Hello everyone. Today I've got something new. I don't think this has been out very long at all. It's the Tom's Studio Pad, and I will leave links to everything below. So I ordered the Studio Pad. Uh, that came with a lovely thank you and this very lovely popcorn tea that I haven't tried yet. But I think that, that's a lovely little extra touch. And I did just want to say that, they are very earth friendly with all of their packaging, their paper and cardboard, even the little packing chips, which if you put them in warm water, they will melt. The tape and the labels, the jiffy bags and the tissue paper. And it gives you information about all of that on the back and how earth friendly everything is. So, that's another nice touch, I think. So that was that. As well as the pad, Studio Pad, which comes in this box, I ordered some extras. So I'll go through those in a moment, but maybe let's just start with the Tom's Studio Pad. So here we have the lovely box that it comes in. And when you open it up, there we go. Here is our Tom's Studio Pad. And you'll see you've got these brass, I'm not sure what they're calling them. Hold on a minute and I will double check what they're calling these. I think they are studs. That's right. They're called studs. You can get refill pages if you want to. Let me just do a little bit of a read up for you on the pad itself. So it's a versatile notebook for creativity. There are download pages that you can do for if you want lined paper, either in portrait or landscape. You can also download dotted paper or grid paper. You can download a to-do list one or a weekly planner. So yeah, really interesting. So the refills will give you 40 more pages. So there's 40 pages in here. And then you've got this lovely cover as well. Now, I'm just looking to see if it tells me what the paper is, but it's very smooth paper and it's not hugely thick, maybe 120, 150 GSM. I'm trying to see if it actually gives me description. Here we go. So it's 100% recycled FSC certified paper with a satisfying amount of texture or bite that works beautifully with all pens without bleeding or feathering. Plus, its semi-transparent, translucent pages let you slide in a page guide if you wanted to, printed from one of those free digital downloads. So there we go. That's it's 116 GSM. I was right. It's not quite 120. So I thought it was round about there. So there we go. I'll put a link and you can read all the information on Tom's Studio's website. Those of you that maybe haven't seen before, I do already have 2 of the Tom's Studio pens. So I'm going to be trying them in here. But I'm also going to be trying some other materials. Maybe I'll leave that to one side for a moment. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be testing that out with all sorts of materials in just a second. But you can buy just the cover on its own, and you can buy the studs separately, which I have done. So let me just pull these out. Okay, there we go. So those will fit through the back like so. And then what I have done is I have taken some watercolor paper. I've used one of these to round off the edges, and then it does say that you can use a normal, look at the state of mind, actually don't look at the state of mind, a normal hole punch. So I've used a normal hole punch. Okay, yeah, it is normal size, but you need them bigger. Okay, so let me just see what happens if I just make those a tad bigger. Then will they then go in? Right, so not exactly as described, I would have to say. It is normal hole punch size, but I'm just going to use my cutting knife to see if I can then get these in. Okay, so I wonder if I may have to do them one at a time. Well, here you go. You can see me desperately trying to, I'm making some little slits to see if I can then open these up a bit. But I wanted to see if I could get watercolor paper in there. So I should now be able to open that up further. Oh, yes. Okay. I would have to say that that's the better way of doing it. So I've basically done four little cuts. Not sure if I've got this up the right way. That's better. So yeah, four little cuts around a normal hole punch, and then you should, there we go, that just opens them up. So I won't do the rest of those. So you can use a normal hole punch, but then if you look, you'll see where I've kind of got my little, I've made those little notches and put it in. I just wanted to see if that was in fact possible. So then those fit in there. Right, there we go. So it is possible, but you're going to need a hole punch that makes a bigger hole than mine does, or you're going to have to do what I did with a cutting knife, basically. But I'm still okay with that. It was an experiment rather than buying the paper from Tom's studio. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is watercolor paper, so I know that that's now going to work. But I quite like the idea of being able to put my own paper in there. That's quite a nice solution, and it feels rather nice with these brass studs. So there we go. Yeah, if you are wanting watercolor paper, then that is a way of doing it. But let's now have a go with the actual paper that comes with Tom's studio pad. Let's make a start. I haven't used this for a while, so I'm hoping it's going to work. So I'm going to start by using one of the Lumos pens, which works beautifully. And then I'm going to use my other Lumos pen. This one has got a brush point on it. So it's much thicker. There we go. So that one works. What else shall we try on here? I'm going to try my platinum carbon pen because I use these a lot. Well, that's come out okay. Then we could use, let's use a fine liner. Where's my fine liner gone? There we go. Here's a fine liner. What number is this? This is a number 8. And I should really be checking. Well, I guess the brush pen, that one, you can just see it slightly coming through. Let's try some coloured pencils. So what have we got here? We have got a Polychromos and a Luminance. That's a couple of those. And let's try my Artcraft soft carbon pencil, because I use that a lot. What else do I use? Right, yes, I know. So we'll get a couple of those out. These are the Faber-Castell Goldfarber Aqua Dual Marker. This one is sky blue. Ooh, that works really nicely on there. And this one is burnt sienna. Okay, they work nicely. Let's grab an acrylic marker. So there we go, one acrylic marker. It's a big chunky one. It's raw sienna. Okay, what else do we need to try? Some watercolor. What have I got handy? I've got some Mission Gold watercolor paints here. So let's try some watercolor. And we'll get a brush. Let's try this purple, shall we? Okay, there we go. Might want to use some ink tints. Let's find the ink tints. Here we go. Shiraz. And then let's just add some water to some of that. Oh, that's blended out really nicely with no lines. Okay. And then what else have we got? We'll try a Derwent drawing. Oh, that's nice and smooth on there. Maybe we'll try This is Vermilion. It's the Museum Aquarelle watercolor pencil by Caran d'Ache. Okay. Oh, and that's blended out perfectly as well. Then we might need some, where are my, there they are, Neocolor 2s. And let's put something down for our Neocolor 2s. Add a bit of water to that one. Ooh. Okay, that's those. What else might I use? Oh gosh. I suppose we might use some of these tape shapes. These art graph tape shapes. So I'll put some of that down. And they're water soluble, so we will. Oh, very nice. Just thinking what else I have got. I suppose we've got gelatos, and well, this tin has got a bit of a mixture in of gelatos, distress crayons. I think there's even some of these marabou kind of art crayons. So let's put a couple of these down, shall we? And I believe these are all supposed to be water soluble. Oh, I need to twist you up a bit more. There we go. So we'll add one of those in. Let's get the water. Yep. Nice. Oh gosh. Wow. Well, I am going to dry all of these off. I'll be back in 2 shakes. Right, when I was drying those, I realised I didn't try acrylic. So I'm just going to... I popped a little bit of an acrylic on here. And if this works, then gouache would work as well. So there we go. I'm just going to dry that one off as well. Okay, well, let's take this one off its pad, and I'll bring that up closer for you. So I've used various different pens. That was our acrylic marker pen. Then we'd got watercolor markers at the bottom. We've got a couple of coloured pencils. That's another coloured pencil. That was the Art Graph soft carbon pencil. Then we'd got Inktense pencil. This was, what was this one? This one was the, where has it gone? Ah, that one was Oh, the Museum Aquarelle. That was Neocolor 2. Then we've got the Artgraph Shape Tape. We've got acrylic there. And then we've got different kinds of jelly, like gelatos and gel pencils, that kind of thing. Yeah. And that one was, what was that one? That one was Derwent Drawing. So, I've added water to them, and I don't know that I'd want to use the other side of this, to be honest. I think it's a use one side kind of pad, but maybe we'll just have a quick go at painting something on here. So let's do a pen and wash maybe, and maybe I will turn it up this way, and we will, I think we will get, let's do a what should we do? Well, this is just a rough thing, isn't it? So we'll go like that, and we will get some trees going on. So we will do that, and there we go. So we've got something going on there, and we'll get some grasses coming up to ground my trees. Yeah. And we can just have a few grasses coming across here to show the divide on our fields. And then we'll just have something like this going on. Right. Okay. So that's our pen work. Now let's take some watercolor. Let's go with our cobalt. No, I think this is ultramarine actually. Let's go with ultramarine then. And perhaps we'll make it a little bit of a snowy scene. I'm going to add a bit of the ultramarine into the trees before I use whatever this brown is, but we don't mind because, to be honest, this is just a test. So I am doing this in a bit of a rush. Add a bit more of that ultramarine in. Get something else going on there. Okay, so we've got our trees here. There. And then what shall we use? Let's get out some Neo colours and just get something going on with some little leaves and things coming off of here. This is about how quickly I work when I'm out sketching, to be honest. It really is rather a quick a quick something. And maybe just in the background we could take a little bit of, which one should we take a little bit of? Maybe we'll take a little bit of the, is this Chinese yellow? Chinese green, okay, I knew it was something like that. And just get a little bit of that going on. Okay, and then, where is it? There's my thicker one. I think maybe we can thicken this up a bit so that it's standing out more at the front here than the other trees and things that are going on. And that's just so that I can play, basically. And then we need that kind of grounded a bit, don't we? So that was my soft carbon pencil. So I think we'll just let that go across the bottom. Oh, I'm off the page. There we are. Well, that all seems to work perfectly. I quite like it. I don't know. What do you think? Obviously, you can use it for writing in. You don't have to use it to do any kind of sketching or pictures or whatever. But I think that it's rather nice. I quite like the concept. I think the brass studs really give it a nice feel, and I like the fact that you can either just turn your page or you can tear it out if you want to. But I think you'll see that although it has buckled a little bit, but it's actually withstood just about everything: the watercolor, the acrylic, all the different water soluble mediums, the water-based markers, the acrylic marker. Yeah, it's withstood just about everything. It's got quite a nice feel to it as well. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels slightly different to normal paper. Yeah, lovely, love it. So I just thought I would share that with you as something that is brand new. And if you didn't want to actually buy it with the pad and you just wanted to buy the cover, and the studs, then yeah, you might be able to come up with a better way of making those holes a bit bigger, but it is the standard hole punch size. So it's perfectly possible to put your own paper in here. It's just that the holes need to be a bit bigger to go over these brass studs. But I'm quite liking the fact that I can just have maybe 4 sheets in there, and then that is really something that's very slim to take out with me, but it's got a really nice feel to it. It does feel good. I do love the Tom's Studio Lumos pens. I haven't tried any of the other pens, but I've had these for quite some time. Well, almost a year now. This one was a birthday present. I will put a link to the Lumos pens as well. This one was a birthday present, and because I liked it so much and I didn't want to have to keep changing the nib, I bought a second one so that I could have a brush pen. And those are really the 2 sizes that I'm most likely to use. So and they've got the most wonderful feel in your hand. So there we go, just a little share with you one of my latest purchases. I've got more videos coming up with some other things that I've purchased as well, so keep your eye open for that. All right, stay safe, stay healthy, stay calm, everybody, and I really hope to see you next time.